night in Canada. Pierre-Luc Dubois and Columbus agree to a 2-year contract. He was a restricted free agent, but that turned a little sour. That negotiation was not a friendly one. What the heck happened?
I don't think it has a lot to do with the negotiation. I heard from a player that in Columbus, they knew that this was an issue before this. That I don't think this was about the negotiation. And the thing I've gotten is that apparently he just wants a bigger stage.
Okay.
The first thing that happened was that the negotiation go bad, and I had heard it wasn't that. And then, we saw last year in the playoffs, he battled with Tortorella at times, and you say, okay, is this a Tortorella thing? And someone said to me, it's not solely that. You'd be wrong to say it's simply a Tortorella thing. I think what it is for whatever reason, I think he wants a bigger stage. And I think that's kind of where we're looking at here. Now, I think the toughest thing right now is one of the things I've heard is that Laine, and if you watched or saw some of the Zoom comments from him today, I think Laine understands that he's probably not getting traded this year. That because of the way it's going to work with the quarantines and how difficult it is for the Jets to make the deal and the flat cap, he's probably going to have to play it out this year. And if you look at the quotes from the Jets and him, everybody's sitting here and saying, okay, we know there's this obvious elephant in the room, but we're just going to make it work. And I think that it's going to be very difficult to make these kinds of big trades.
Right.
I think with Dubois and Columbus, it's probably pretty similar. I think it's going to be hard to make these trades, especially because of all the different quarantines. And the other thing too is that if you look at Kekalainen, a couple of years ago, he knew Bobrovsky and Panarin were leaving or likely leaving, and they did. He held them on all year.
Right.
He won't make a deal unless it makes a lot of sense for him to make the deal. So I know in Laine's case, I've heard that, he's kind of there and he understands that this is not going to be a short process. And I think Dubois would like it to end sooner rather than later. I think there's an understanding that this might not be a short process either.
So safe to say, the first thing that popped into my mind when the Dubois stuff started coming out was Ryan O'Reilly in Colorado. He signed back there, but it just kind of felt like it was delaying the inevitable, and eventually he did get traded to Buffalo. Are we talking about this, maybe not this year because of all the challenges, but neither Dubois nor Laine long for their teams right now?
Well, the biggest thing I've asked with Dubois, because it's more recent, is there any way that we could see a change? That, could the relationship be mended? And I don't get that impression.
Okay.
I don't get now, never know. Things could always change. I hesitate to say no way. Things could always change. But I think right now, you have to work under the assumption, Pat, that eventually this is going to happen.
Okay.